I've said since day one that I love the LG1. It's the greatest budget Gibson vintage guitar. And in fact, I got both of these for under $1,000 with the original cases. Nowadays, I'm seeing them go for more of the $1,500 to $3,500 range. Like this is a 1947 that came with the original case, and it said it was in poor condition because as you can see, it says Sam. The only thing that's really sucks is that these tuners have what is known as Bakelite rot, and I haven't changed them yet. They will literally disintegrate in your hands, but these are great sounding guitars. This is a 1959. Again, you have the pick scraping and all that sort of stuff here. I love this. These are 80, 70, I don't know, something like that. I'm not good with the maths. LG1s, 47, 59. A little boxy sounding, but that's pleasant and quaint and works really well for Bob Dylan style finger picking. This has like a nice wide neck. Like the spacing on the strings on this is great, especially after holding that 12 string. The LG stands for lady guitar. So this is an LOO. I don't know, it's not a lady guitar. So I guess it has a slightly fatter neck. But the thing that's really cool is look at the swirly swirl of this Brazilian rosewood fretboard. It's like the winter is coming. No, it's not. The winter is coming. No, it's not. Most LOOs were black or some type of dark sunburst. This is natural. It was refinished at Gibson. It would be worth a lot less money, I'm guessing, if it wasn't done by Gibson, but someone made like this different Gibson logo. These used to have like the giant, big Gibson logo. This is not correct for this headstock, but because this was done over at Gibson and repaired, which is also why it's in phenomenal condition. I mean, it looks like there's a patch hole on the side here. Just, it glistens for being 82 freaking years old, guys. Like, look at that. I mean, it's beautiful. It's just got this great sparkle to it, and it's a classic Gibson. It's 1940, guys. 1940. When I said the LOO was supposed to have like this dark sunburst look, this is exactly what I'm talking about. They were either black or they looked like this. I think they made a small number of natural, but that one wasn't. I had just gotten that guitar and I was just blown away by it. And I was tapped out. And this guitar came to the market. Now, so you understand, they made thousands of LOOs. They made 600 HGOO, which stands for Hawaiian guitar, because these were originally set up with a much higher nut so that you could play Hawaiian guitar. So that's 14 frets to the body. This is 12 frets to the body, and a much thicker, girthier neck because it was meant to be played like this. Most of them were converted. It's called a Spanish guitar conversion. The problem with that, of the 600, is that not everyone knew how to do it properly, and a lot of them were ruined. For every one of these, there's probably like 100 of those. This is a super rare guitar, and this is my favorite Gibson because first off, the seller's karma on this. This guitar was originally, I want to say, $4,500 online. And for reference, HGOOs are $5,000 to $8,000 guitars. And this has the original case. It's a blue tooled alligator leather case, like alligator style embossed. It says like Chicago on it. It's wildly nice. I just got that and I put in a super, super low bid. I think it was like $1,300 or $1,200. Because I saw the guitar had been sitting for like 3 years. And the guy wrote back to me, he goes, "Do you know what this is?" And I go, "Yeah, it's awesome." I sent him a picture of my LOO, and I was like, "I just got this. I'm totally tapped out. This is the most I have. But man, it'd be cool to own that." And next thing I know, it shows up in my cart. He goes, "I'm glad it's going to a good home." I bought this guitar for like a fifth of what it's worth. And I gotta tell you, other than the Kalamazoo Gals guitar back there, and I even argue maybe not, this is the best sounding Gibson I've ever heard or played. everything from the Fire Stripe pickguard to all the mojo. This is a 1936 covered in dust. 1936 HG00. And I maintain that this kills almost every acoustic guitar I've ever played in my entire life, and I love it. Says it's an Epiphone, but if you look in the sound hole, it says Gibson. That's because this is a custom shop in Bozeman, Montana, reissue of the 1960s Epiphone Excellente. Essentially, a Gibson Hummingbird, except instead of a hummingbird, it's a freaking hawk, dude. It's a damn hawk. It's badass. Rosewood, like a hawk would play. Those guitars, I think they made about 160 of them. They're super rare, they're super expensive. You're not gonna find one very easily. So the custom shop from Gibson said, we'll reissue them. Now, the cool story is that this is signed on the inside by Ren Ferguson and John Walker. The story goes is that they were supposed to make like, I think 100 or 200 of these, but Ren Ferguson left in the middle of this production and they only made 22. This is number 2. Now, the cool thing, and also not so cool, is that this is the only one of the 22 that came like the stock Excellente, where it had this bridge, the adjustable bridge. They suck. It rattled for a while. I actually had to figure out how to like get it to not rattle, just like an old school 60s Excellente. But when I got it to play, it doesn't have the years of age that you can hear in the wood of those other ones, but the tone on this thing is so sweet, especially close mic'd. And Ren Ferguson is the Picasso, the Monet of Gibson. I mean, he literally was an artist amongst artists, and the guitars that he touched were some of the greatest. So even though this says Epiphone, and even though Epiphone still makes an Excellente, this is very much an American Epiphone, American. And this is the only one like this. I love Gibsons. And if you love Gibsons, please subscribe. And if you want to find some beautiful new Gibsons, go to samash.com.
Why don't you smash that subscribe button already?